Sunil, one of the questions we get a lot from people is that how much equity should I have in my portfolio? And while there is this 100 minus your age formula, would you go with something like that? Because again, that's too general, isn't it?
Correct.
So how do you figure out that how much equity do I need in my portfolio?
Let me answer it in a different way. Like if you were a conservative investor, you become the most aggressive investor when the market is going one way up. And I've seen that happening in my, when I manage the investors' portfolio, and the most aggressive investors became the most conservative when the market was against them. If I were to ask you to remove a 500 rupee note and throw it out of the window, would you do that? I'm sure you would not do that. Even that 500 rupee pinches you. So what I'm trying to get the message across is that any loss in any investor's portfolio will pinch them. So there is nothing like age minus your, 100 minus your age, and then that is the allocation to equity. The ideal way to do equity allocation is based on valuation. Markets have been giving us these mantras like buy and hold, sip karo, bhool jao, do not time the market. Frankly speaking, I'm not a believer of that. You need to time the market to the extent that if you show the audiences the data which I have shared with you in terms of what happened in the green zone, what happened in the yellow zone, and what happened in the red zone, if you had invested in Nifty as an asset class, held it in the green zone for 5 years. You define your green zone. It can be 16 PE or less, that's your green zone, well and good. It is 18 and less, that's your green zone, that's also good enough. But have a discipline in your portfolio. Once you understand these signals, you have discipline in that, and then you switch between various asset classes, which can be dynamic equity fund to pure equity fund, or pure equity fund to dynamic equity fund based on the valuation. And these should be predefined. It cannot be in haphazard manner saying that, oh, I think the markets are overvalued, so let me exit. It doesn't work that way.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.